No one does that.
Oh,
Sorry.
Your Lord and Savior, Yungblud! The legend that is Jack Antonoff of Bleachers, everybody!
if you answer one question on Bleachers for me,
Yes.
you don't have to eat the eggs.
Okay. Go ahead.
The Bleachers album, the self-titled record that you guys have released is fantastic. It's joyous, it's great, you can dance to it, you can cry to it. You can do all the things in the middle. What is your favourite thing about the Bleachers album?
I'm most proud of it being a complete expression of the band as we exist in a room. It's like sitting in a room with us. Something happened on this album, which is a big part of why it's self-titled, where I just almost like I feel like I fell from the sky and landed on the ground, and it was just like, oh, Hutch, play that like you would at this part of the set. Let's do the saxophones like when you guys, like, you know how we would play Don't Go Dark, and it's like you're talking to each other. And it just like clicked to me where, man, why do people have their first album be self-titled? It's like we needed all this time to build up all this relationship information, self-mythology, skill to get to the point where it's like, yep, that's why it's self-titled. The only reference point here is Bleachers itself.
Album number 4.
Yeah, you get to this place where you're in this rarefied space and you can't ignore it. It's, you know, album 1, famously, it's like you have your whole life to write album 1.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of truth to that, because album 1 is a first date, telling all your stories, you're doing all your best bits. Album 2 is this next layer of it. But then album 3, you get into this rarefied zone where you say, if you still feel compelled to dive further and further with an audience into a story and a vision, you start to look at it, and I've felt this way with Bleachers, where I watch the audience get more and more intense, and somehow making these large audiences feel like we're in this very private conversation.
You can cry, you can dance. You can kind of do whatever you want to this record, in a way, right?
It's funny that some people say, oh, this is your most joyous album ever, blah, blah, blah. And next interview, this is the saddest album you've ever made, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I wanted to get your take on some of the singles and where you thought they maybe lied,
okay.
generally speaking. Crying or dancing, or in the middle, prancing. Let's go Tiny Moves.
Tiny Moves. It is very joyously weeping while you dance.
Alma Mater.
I think that's actually a slow dance. I don't think that's, even though it's more down-tempo, I wouldn't want to cry to that song. I'd want to David Lynch, Blue Velvet, stand on a car and just sway back and forth.
And then I might go,
No one does that.
oh,
Sorry.
Modern Girl.
Modern Girl is a full dance.
Full dance. Oh yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
You're fit.
Thank you.
I mean that in the American way. Like, I felt like mostly muscle on your body.
And that is the cue for me to take my top off. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure hosting the one and only Jack Antonoff on God's Time, everybody.
Honestly, I've missed you.
Oh my God, give me a big kiss, thank you. Let's go say hi to everyone. Come around here. Come around here.
What are you saying?
Hear ye, can I have your attention, please? Or welcome your Lord and Savior, Yungblud!
Basically, I just had the idea to create a Yungblud festival. And I was like, I want to just shake it up, create a new energy, bring a load of artists that I believe represent, like, doing completely their own thing.
So who's playing?
Me, Little Yachty, Nessa Barrett, Soft Play, The Damned,
my
Lola
God.
Young. It's all about unity. It's all about, like, making friends. That's why I wanted to create Bloodfest, because it's a closing of one chapter of what has Yungblud meant up to now, and then it's going to go into a whole different realm.
Okay, we've got this festival happening.
Yeah.
But when something big like this happens, it's usually for something else, to help with something else, an album, a project, or
100%.
something. What is there?
Can I tell you something?
Of course you can, yeah.
It's like a master plan at the minute. Like,
Yeah.
I have an album ready. I've got a mixtape ready. For the past year, I've been experimenting. You know what I mean? Like, from Low Life to Hated to Happier would bring me to Yachty, When We Die. I was just like really experimenting and dropping songs as I made them with like, in communication with them. So I've kind of got loads of songs that are completely all over the place that I'm just gonna give them, because there's an album coming. It's probably the most fearless one we've done yet. Clappity clap, clap, clap.
Hey, before you go, we've got to talk about Breakdown, by the way.
100%. I wrote this song when I felt like everything got too much, and in that period of time, I felt like I had no purpose when I was off tour, and I thought about Bloodfest, and I wrote this poem about just trying to ground myself through anxiety, and it's literally like, love Mike Skinner, love Chris Difford, love Eminem, and I just made this weird track that sounds kind of like, I don't know, just fresh, just like, it was just so real when I made it. I just want to put it out.
Well, dude, look, it's been so sick having you hanging out. Have a good one. Enjoy.
Love you, brother.
You too.
See you out there.
I wish I knew that you'd be this way. Now you're falling apart there in front of me. I told you my love at a tipping point, and it's something that hurts getting over. Oh, 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 oh. Coming home at midnight, drunk again, ignoring all my texts, yeah. Saying you're not sorry, is it the things in your head? Did you mean what you said? I don't think you realize every time you ignite, oh God, it makes it easier to leave you. Thinking back on last night, I don't wanna live like that. Close the door, I can't do it anymore. I wish I knew that you'd be this way. Now you're falling apart there in front of me. I told you my love at a tipping point, and it's something that hurts getting over. Oh, 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 but your words don't match your actions. They're falling through the cracks, and I'm done playing games. Oh, 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 I wish I knew that you'd be this way. Now you're falling apart there in front of me. I told you my love at a tipping point, and it's something that hurts getting over.
It's Jack from Dead Poets Society, everybody! Woo! You've got this album. I would pronounce it fission.
Fission.
You'd pronounce it fission. Right, okay,
Fission,
fine.
yeah,
So pretty much
fission.
the same thing.
Fission.
Fission. Yeah, okay, shout out to our French viewers out there. Fission. I saw this quote somewhere. You like people to feel something before they've heard it or with the album
Right.
or something. What was that quote?
So actually, it's a quote from a woman named Jill Bolt Taylor.
Right.
Although we like to think of ourselves as thinking creatures that feel,
Yes.
biology tells us we're feeling creatures that think. It's my favorite quote of all time, and I think it just resonates with everything we do.
We feel before we think. That did get me thinking. Really did.
Yeah.
I'm going to blindfold you.
Sick.
I'm going to blindfold you. I'm going to bring in some things that you need to feel, and you then have to tell me what you think they are.
All right.
Bring on the blindfold. It's down by my feet. Yeah, there it is. Okay,
Sick,
good. Right,
okay.
right. Pop the rather fetching pink blindfold. Oh, yes, and the things are down there as well. I remember how this works.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Remember what you said, Jack?
Yes.
Feel before you think.
Okay.
Feel. Turn your hands around. Yeah, there you
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that cream cheese?
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, that's butter, dude.
Yeah, that would be lukewarm butter. Well done, everybody, yeah? And now for what is really my least favourite thing about Gonzo, to be honest with you.
Oh, jeez.
Can I have the next thing, please? Thank you.
Okay.
Jack, I'm going to just grab your hand just to
Okay.
touch, sort of open your palm. Yeah, there you go, and feel.
Oh, man. Is that your producer? Who is that?
I wouldn't call him a producer. I would.
Who is it? Let me just get all the butter all over. Try to start.
Take your blindfold off. It's Watson! Well, this has been amazing. We should probably talk about the music, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Let's end on that,
On
dude.
this new record. What's your favourite track from the record?
My personal favorite track is either I Hope You Hate Me or My Condition.
I Hope You Hate Me.
Yeah.
That's a big title.
I got out of a relationship a few years ago, and there was a period of time, which I think you can feel in the album, where I was pretty mad, and that song kind of evolved from that.
And then how about the other one?
My Condition.
Yeah, talk us through that.
We have these like moments in the rehearsal space sometimes where out of nowhere it comes like a whirlwind. Everybody will just simultaneously start trying to play the worst thing that they can possibly play. And the riff of that song came out, and I was like, whoa. And we were all like, that's actually kind of sick.
Let's try and make the worst noise in the world.
Let's do it.
This has been great.
Yeah,
This has been great. There's a
love
couple of bros hanging out on the side.
Yeah,
but ladies
dude,
and gentlemen,
just
make
a
some
couple
noise.
guys being dudes.
Exactly, we're just dudes now. It's Jack from